maybe how people can support you, and where y'all are right now. You said something about going back in the studio and how that's working out.
Yeah, well, right now we're kind of kicking off a new movement. I've been working out of state with a conglomerate of folks. Rather than plug you with 42 million websites, you can visit unitedgrind.com. That's just unitedgrind.com, and you can learn about all the artists we've been working with. We got G Huff, Vice Electric, Jinx, Code Red is going to follow under that umbrella as well. And we just all kind of branched out, work on solo projects, but we're going to come back in after well over a year or two out of the studio and work on a new Code Red project. When we were out before, believe it or not, the industry business model kind of changed right before our very eyes. Just how everything works, social media, everything kind of changed right in front of us, and we just kind of faded out. But now after taking a moment, each of us separately, to get our solo stuff out of the way and scratch that itch and do a few extra things, now we feel like the time is right to come back and do some new music, and it's going to fall in that umbrella. We're still, for those that have been following Code Red, we're still with the label Toucan Cove, which is distributed by Universal Music Group. So hopefully when we do drop that magic single and things like that, we'll still get that same good support and push that helped us out last time. But we're excited. It's been a minute, man. We haven't, like I said, we haven't been together in well over a year or so working on new music. So it's
cool.
Fun.
I really don't have too much to add other than we have the R, the B, and the I of Roy G. Biv in the studio. We got Code Red, Blue Soul Gypsy, and Indigo Soul.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That's right. Exactly. Cool. And you got a website or anything people can come find you? Facebook, Twitter, that kind of thing?
Yeah, like I said, if you go to unitedgrind.com, it's going to have all the links to all the social media for everybody involved, all the website videos. I mean, it's a really cool place. We've been working with a lot of, if you're into underground hip hop, and I hate even use that term underground because it makes it sound like it's just a bunch of guys in their basement that don't have any, real credentials. But I mean, if you're a fan of that underground mid-level hip hop, like our producer Vice Electric is, been working with Pete Rock, Saigon, Rex, Guilty Simpson, Reek the Villain. I mean, it's KRS-One, Scarface. It's a virtual who's who of who we've been branching out with, and it's some nice things on the horizon. So if you go there, you can check unitedgrind.com, check everything out. When all the new Code Red stuff goes up, it's going to be there as well. So you'll be able to find us.
Cool.
That's a lot of legends and heavyweights, man. Saigon, KRS-One.
Yeah, well, we got a little guy on our G Huff. Out of Akron, Ohio. This little cat right here, man, this guy, man, he networks more than anybody I know. I wouldn't be surprised if he just came in one day and was like, yo, man, I recorded a track with Jay-Z last night, because like he's just nuts, and he gets all this stuff off the strength, off love. Like it's not like he's breaking off a crazy budget of 10,000 here or whatever. He just goes out and networks and grinds, hence United Grind, and they go out and put in that work, and they make relationships, and good music happens as a result. It's none of that phony. When we mess with the major, one of the things is all this marketing. It's like, let's get on our record who's the flavor of the month, who's this hottest guy. I like good organic music where I'm going to work with you because I'm digging what you're doing. I like your style, like your sound. Let's mesh it together. Let's make some magic happen. Kind of like it was, I hate to sound old, but like back in the day, you work with artists you respected, not like, well, he's hot, don't really dig him, but 8 bars on this song right here will make me chart or whatever. So, and that's kind of thing we're doing right now is we're just seeking out those artists that have like minds and want to do good music. It could be any genre, but but we want to work with people that we like.
What how's the hip hop scene? Is that still the term? I know some people are talking about different terminology because hip hop turned to this and now it's rap, or is it hip hop?
I'm a hip hop guy to the core. I'm a hip hop. That's what it is. I do have to dabble and play these industry games, and it gets. Our records came out and were released to mainstream top 40 radio. I'm still a hip hop guy. I'm still the guy in the cipher that wants to rhyme and do all that stuff. So the business model of the hip hop rap industry has changed dramatically. So if you want to talk about that, to me, it's a crazy picture. But hip hop itself is alive and well and thriving. It's awesome. And the cool thing about it, the gift and the curse is the internet and social media. Like, if it's out there, if you want to find it, you can find a lot of great artists. You know, people that aren't household names that are just doing beautiful, great music, and just the art in general. Like, if you're talking even graffiti art or the dance, you know, one of my good friends is part of the Zulu Nation chapter in Ohio, the president of that, on the dance level, just doing you know, hip hop, breakdance, and b-boying, things like that. The whole culture is alive and well.
See, that's what I miss. I miss the hip hop with the b-boy, breakdance, and everything in one room with the checkered floor, no Freemason.
And we
know?
did that. Like, when we first started out, when I first moved to Kentucky, I had a 502 Heads was the movement. We used to throw big parties all over the city, and we used to bring hundreds of b-boys in and open mics with like 60, 70, 80 people signed up rhyming from all over, and it was a real movement. Graffiti writers would come with their books and do all that stuff, and you know, we did that, and then we fell into the industry trap too, and yeah, I was a super victim of the record industry. Yeah, I made a lot of compromises that I said I would never. I used to be the guy that used to make rhymes and make fun of all the mainstream cats. If you were like famous, I hated you.
Yeah.
You know, y'all, you sold out. You know, and then all of a sudden I was like doing those records. You know, so
yeah. There's no feuds or anything like the East Coast, West Coast, like Louisville and Indiana. And no, I'm just joking.
Nah, yeah, there might be with some cats, not me. I get along. I'm hugs, and you know, I need hugs and love.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that term, organic hip hop.
Yeah.
Rap clean, sell dirty.
Yeah. No, I like that. I mean, you know, we heard a little bit of a song. We're here in a second, and it's you know, it sounded like regular, like, you know, music, singing, and then you got, you know, hip hop or, you know, rapping like in the middle and stuff like that. So
that was so. One of the things, one of our signature things that Co-Red, you know, it started out with just a couple of guys in the group and expanded. But one of the things we always did was experiment with live instrumentation and good singing and good soulful stuff. And I'm a big fan of blues, like Delta blues in particular. And you'll see that influence on that record. I kind of co-produced that record actually, right there. But we always, even if we had all the drum machines and all that stuff on our records, we still bring in a session player for guitar or real live strings. Hell with a string on a keyboard. I want the guy in here playing violin or whatever. I want real big strings on a record, and we try to do that. And that on that record is, you know, same thing there.
So you welcome all sounds and all different genres, and not just.
Oh yeah, I can't just listen to hip hop or rap all day. Like, I'd go crazy.
Yeah.
I have to listen to everything. Matter of fact, that's like if I'm riding on my car, that's what I listen to the least amount of is rap. I'll listen to some blues or some good rock or a classical opera. I listen to anything that touches my soul. I can vibe with it, but it inspires me to go write good raps. So.
How do you write? How do you get inspired? Is it an organic situation, like how you write? Is that
usually riding around in my car? I don't want to mislead anybody when I say I don't write things down. I mean, I do write. It's just in my head. I don't write on paper. I might transfer it to paper later, but I just ride around and vibe. And sometimes, you know, my best inspiration is hearing a good lyricist. Like, if I hear like a good Royce the 5'9", a Slaughterhouse record, and they murdered it, I get kind of, my competitive edge comes on. I'm like, nah, man, I got to go write something because these guys are making me want to like quit today. I want to go hang up the mic today. I could never be that good, you know what I'm saying? But that inspires me. Or sometimes just I'll hear a good rock record or something that had just some kind of power to it, and the kind of thing makes you want to go punch babies in the forehead or something. Just makes you mad and just get emotional, and I gotta write something, you know.
Well, we at 502 do not condone punching babies in the head, but other than that,
no, you know what I'm saying? It just,
yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's that power, it's that feeling.
Exactly. There's some records like I'm not
ones you work out to.
Yeah.
You know, get you going.
Every record doesn't have to be like that socially conscious deep record. Some records you just want to make you run into a crowd in like a mosh pit and just smash people, you know, and have fun. I love those records. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we are listening to L1 from Code Red, and we are going to listen to his track. Now, what's the name of this?
This is a Code Red track. Actually, it's called "Don't Take Me Away." Okay. A little sleeper that we had featuring Soul River Brown.
Soul River.
Oh yeah, Soul River.
I've done a few shows with Soul River.
And we did. I think this is actually I think he made this. What you're going to hear is a hook. I think he made that into an entire song, but he came in and did a jam session with us in the studio a long time ago, and it just sat there for well over a year or two. And then one day, me and our producer Watts were in the studio, and I said, man, you got to find that record. Whatever you do, find that. And then we just chopped it and sampled it and flipped it and did our thing, and that's what you have right there.
Cool.
It's kind of cool record. I like it.
All right, cool. Absolutely. And this is the Glass Tank Spotlight Artist of the Week. You're listening to Louisville Arts Live. And this is Code Red with, did you have a title for the track, or is it just like
It's called Don't Take Me Away.
Don't take me away.